Okay, this is part 2 of the videos that you have to watch today, and what we're going to learn in this video is how to graph lines. So, to draw a line through a given point with a given slope, you're going to follow these steps. So for example, we want to draw a line that passes through this point here, -2, 5, and it has a slope of -3. Remember, whenever your slope is just a number, that number is the rise, and 1 is the run. So first step is to plot the point at -2, 5. That's your first step. Second step is determine the rise and the run. So your rise is equal to -3 and your run is equal to 1. So when your rise is negative, you're going to go down, and when your run is positive, you're going to go to the right. Step 3 is to draw the rate triangle using the rise and the run. So from this point, you're going to go down 3, and you're going to go to the right 1. And that's where your second point is going to be. So a rise of -3 and a run of 1. So step 4, plot a second point at the end of the rate triangle right there. And step 5, draw a line through these 2 points. When you draw your line, you want to make sure that the line goes all the way to both edges. Because if it goes all the way to both edges, it indicates that the line is going to continue forever and ever. And that's how you draw a line. So I'll do a couple more with you and then you'll have some to practice. Example 2, plot the point at 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 is your rise, so you want to go up because it's positive. 3 is your run, so you're going to go to the right because it's positive. So from that point, 2 up and 3 to the right, and plot your second point at the end of that rise and run, and draw a line through those 2 points, making sure it goes all the way to the edge. Okay, one more together. So passes through the point 2, -1. So 2, -1. So your rise is -1, so that's going to go down 1. And your run is 4, so that's going to go to the right. Now one thing you want to realize is when there's a negative in your slope, it's either the rise or the run that's negative. Typically, the negative would go with the rise, but sometimes the negative can go with the run as well. So we're going to go down 1 and 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your second point. And then draw a line through those 2 points. So again, when your slope is negative, put the negative with the rise. However, if it doesn't fit, so for instance, let's say that your point was here and your rise was -1 and there's no space to go down -1, then what you can do is you can put the negative with the run instead, and it just means that your run would go to the left. All right, last one together. Your point is -4, 1. So that is at -4, 1. And just to remind you, when your slope is just an integer number, it means your run is equal to 1. So your rise is 5, so you're going to go up 5, and your run is 1, so you're going to go to the right 1. So up 5, right 1, and connect them with a line. Lines going all the way to the edges. So what you're going to do is you're going to press pause, and then I want you to try these 3 examples, and then you're going to come back to the video and check your answers. So please press pause and try these 3 examples. Press pause now, please. Okay, welcome back. Let's check your answers. So you plotted your point at 6, -3, and your rise was -2, and your run was 1. Questions 6 and 7 posed a bit of a problem. So you plotted your point at -1, 6. The problem is when you went to do a rise of 5 going up 5, it went off the grid. So what you can do when your rise or your run takes you off the grid, you can change the signs of both of them. So instead of both being positive, they're both being negative. So that means your rise can go down 5 instead of up, and your run can go left 3 instead of right. So you can go down 5, left 3 instead of up 5, right 3. So you see here going up 5, right 3 still would have taken you along that line. Same with question 7. Plotted the point at 7, -9. The original rise was -3. That would take you off the grid. So instead of the rise being negative and the run being positive, we changed the signs, and the rise is positive and the run is negative. So instead of going down 3, right 1, we're going to go up 3, left 1. So that's what you do when your rise or your run takes you off the grid. So what you want to remember is when your rise is positive, it means you're going to go up. If your rise is negative, you're going to go down. If your run is positive, you're going to go to the right. And if your run is negative, you're going to go to the left. So those are your movements with your slope, with your rise and your run. So if there is any of this that you didn't understand, please make note of it and ask your teacher in class tomorrow. Thank you for watching How to Graph Lines. Bye-bye.